A very good evening to my lovely children. So from today I'm going to start the history modules and I'll be starting with the French Revolution. Now before I start, let me ask you one question. Why we study history? Yes children, just think. हम क्यों पढ़ते हैं history? You know, I have heard from so many children, oh ma'am, please history, do not start history ma'am. It is you know, so much in depth. We need to remember the dates ma'am. You know, there are so many typical terms used there. So, but then if it is so tricky, if it is so boring, why is it there in your syllabus then? Huh? Think about that. Because children, history is all about the experiences. Okay? It's all about the past. It's all about the mistakes, the good measures, what all has happened, जो कुछ भी पहले हो चुका है वो हम आज इसलिए पढ़ते हैं so that we can learn from our past. If the people, they have done any sort of mistake, so we should be cautious. We should not repeat them. If they have done something which is memorable, like Akbar, like there have been so many rulers जिनके हम अलग अलग measures को, even for that matter if you take up India's medieval history, so Alauddin Khalji's administrative measures are praised so much. ठीक है, तो अगर ऐसा कुछ है, so we can take the inspiration. So therefore we study history, and trust me children, it's very interesting. The thing is, history is nothing but you have to say hi to a very, very, very interesting story. Okay, so that is your history. History is hi story. So you have to say to each and every past experience a very, very, very warm hi, and that hi would give you a new story. Okay, so I'd say it's not history, fine, it's hi story. So every new chapter, you should get this feeling, hi story. Okay, let me see what this story is all about. Okay. If you have studied about your preamble, if you have studied about our, in fact, Indian Constitution, there are few words, liberty, freedom, equality, है ना? ये कहाँ से लिया है? ये French Revolution हम क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं? Because these words have been taken from French Revolution, and ये French Revolution क्या है फिर? है ना? This basically was a revolution of the people, of the common masses, of the citizens for their rights, which finally, ended the monarchy rule, which finally, जहाँ पे बच्चों एक society थी, and this society was based on privileges. Privileges based on birth. अगर कोई nobles की family में है, rich family में है, तो वो rich रहेगा. है ना, उसको कुछ प्रिविलेजेस मिलेंगे, कुछ बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे. एंड अगर कोई पुअर फैमिली से है तो उसको कुछ बेनिफिट्स डिनाई किए जाएंगे. तो इस सोसाइटी का भी एक एंड हुआ, एंड एक न्यू सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नेंस हुआ. ओके, इनफैक्ट फॉर दैट मैटर बच्चों, एक डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ राइट्स ऑफ मैन भी इट वाज पब्लिश्ड, इट वाज अनाउंस्ड, which marked the beginning of a new era. And there were so many nations, in fact you will study in class 10th also, that French Revolution had been a very inspiring event in the history of the world for that matter. ठीक है, तो हमें अपना चैप्टर कैसे शुरू करना है, क्या पढ़ना है, ये तो हो गई कहानी. हमें पढ़ना है बेटा कि फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन बेसिकली स्टार्ट होता है, जो इवेंट होता है वो इवेंट होता है 14 जुलाई 1789. कैसे होता है? स्टॉर्मिंग ऑफ द फोर्ट्रेस प्रिजन बेस्टील, है ना. एंड द चैप्टर ऑल्सो स्टार्ट्स विद अ पिक्चर शोइंग दैट storming of the prison by the people. That prison which was the symbol of despotic power of the king, उसको उड़ा देते हैं लोग गुस्से में. ओके, क्यों? बिकॉज दे वर सर्चिंग फॉर द एमिनेशंस, फॉर द आर्म्स, एंड फिर वो दे ओपन्ड the prison, and hardly 7 to 8 prisoners were there. According to NCRT, 7 were there. But still, it was a remarkable event. क्यों? क्योंकि the prison, which was a symbol of the despotic power of the king, it was stormed by the people, by the common masses. Look at the power of the common masses. यही तो power है public की, है ना? But बेटा, अब बात ये है कि ये होता क्यों है? Why? What were the reasons? वो लोग जो इतने शांत थे, इतने सालों से किंग को एक्सेप्ट करते आ रहे थे, एकदम से what happened to them? है ना? ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कोई डिजीज फैल गई इन फ्रांस की, कुछ ऐसा हुआ? नो. सो देयर वर सीरीज ऑफ इवेंट्स. इवन बच्चा लोग, इस इवेंट के बाद भी सीरीज ऑफ इवेंट्स होंगे, and finally nobody even imagined that the king would be executed. और ये भी होगा. फ्रांस रिपब्लिक बन जाएगा 1792 में फाइनली. एंड उसके बाद फिर और जेकोबिन्स का रूल आएगा, रेन ऑफ टेरर आएगा, उसका डाउनफॉल होगा. देन उसके बाद नेपोलियन आएगा. So in the coming modules, I'll discuss about the society. What was the French society? ऐसा क्या हुआ? What the people were facing? So what was the French society? How was the economy of France? ठीक है? What was the condition? What was the taxation norms? ये सब क्या क्या था? Okay? And what finally happened that led the people to come out on the streets and storm this fortress prison? So that is all about which we'll be dealing in the coming modules. Okay, children, so stay updated, and I hope you'll remember this high story. Okay, thank you so much, children.